Hello everyone and welcome to my Sailor status build. This is simply a status Insect Glaive build, but the layered armor has a very big inspiration from Sailor Moon. Not an exact attempt at cosplaying characters from it, but just very inspired by it. So, just want to go ahead and let that be known. So to go down into the... You know what? Let's start off with all the layered armor, because there is a layered armor for each status. So I do want to go ahead and go over all of that. This is the blast one. This is poison. Originally, I had them all being the same set, which was this setup right here, but just different colors and a different hairstyle. Well, different helmet for a different hairstyle, but they were all originally this, but with the addition of the... Is it Lien? Lien? Yeah, Lien set from the previous event quest. I kind of mixed it up a bit. That way each one has more of its own identity. So this one is poison, again this one is sleep, and this one is paralysis. So we'll be going ahead and working with blast and showing you blast, but for the most part they are the same equipment wise, minus the status decorations and perhaps like grinder level and whatnot. So to get into the skills, we are running, of course, 3 points of status trigger, thanks to Gold Rathian. Thanks to her. Of course, also running evade window. Of course, better evades we have, the more, more often we can get the status trigger activated. We also have 2 points of adrenaline rush, which are going to just simply synergize with that very well. Every time we get off a perfect evade, we're going to get plus 15 attack power. And we have, along with the offensive front of that, of course, level 3 in whatever status it is, plus 3 levels of Wex, 3 levels of crit boost. Also have 3 constitution and 2 stamina surge, primarily for the pole vaulting, because while Insect Glaive is not very heavy on stamina usage, having some stamina management for the vaults is a good idea, and I do like that. Also have 3 levels of chain crit, which I do believe also come from the gold Rathian parts. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head, but 2 of that. Of course, 2 foray, which isn't going to be used on every build, or utilized effectively on every build, but having access to that if we do get a random paralyzed from our palimute is going to be nice. 2 points of crit eye, just extra crit eye is just nice. And then 3 speed sharpening, because speed sharpening is just nice, and the rest of this just a little bit of sugar on top. 1 point of evade extender, because I just simply like having that. So, but the rest of it for the most part is just sugar on top. Wait, this is... What makes it... Okay, so for Blast, I did go with the Staff of Lorettes, simply because it's his Sailor Moon theme, so what better Blast weapon would go with this? Statistically, though, Scorn Magnamolos is going to be better, so if you are wanting to get the best, go with Scorn Magnamalo. The Gold Rathian, because because this has 2 levels of status trigger, 1 point of 4A, 2 chain crit, and the 2 level 2s, which we can have blast attack in. The 3rd level blast attack being in the staff. And as for the rampage decoration with the staff, I went with the Teostra Soul, because it's just going to increase the damage of our blast procs. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. The Archfiend chest for the level 3 and level 2, giving us 2 levels of crit eye, plus this has Wex and chain crit on it normally, giving us full chain crit and extra Wex. The Lucid Nagakuga arm braces for, again, the 2 2s, but this is also going, which are good with 2 crit boosts, sorry. Giving us our 2 levels of Adrenaline Rush and 3 levels of Evade Window. And then the Gold Rathian Waste for our 3rd level of status trigger. The last 2 levels of evade window, so we don't have to worry about putting a decoration in that at all. Plus a point of 4A and a 3 and a 2. So I have an additional evade extender in there and the 3rd crit boost in there. And the Arachna Greaves, because this is going to give us all of our stamina management, all 3 levels of Constitution and 2 levels of Stamina Surge, plus 2 level 1s, which I have Grinder in, which is just nice. And then the Talisman has 2 levels of Wex on it normally, and a level 1 for stun resistance, so just very nice. Now, as for the different weapons, so of course, again, Blast went with the Staff of Loretus, I think that's how it's pronounced, but for Sleep with Somnicant, this is the best one. Poison, I went with the Chameleos, there it is. Chameleos, you can also go with Rathian. Is for earlier game, if you're below Master Rank 70, Rathian is a great choice. But once you get up to 70, it's a good idea to upgrade to the Chameleos one. And then for Paralysis, sadly, we only have 2 of them. And this is the only one with the level 3 slot. It's this plus the Bahabra, which I believe I actually... Yeah, it's right here. It has 3 level 1s, and that doesn't change when it gets up to the max level, so... Plus level 1 Rampage Deco, so it's just... This is just better on all fronts. It just is. So... That being said, though, Kinsect-wise... I currently have an assist on. I like assist, just adds extra damage to my attacks. Now, sadly, assist Kinsects do not actually inflict status, only our glaive itself does, which is kind of sad, but it's still nice because it's just extra damage. So, but if you're going element, just as a little side thing, they do carry elemental damage, so if you're going down element, that's very nice to have. Can, of course, go with powder. I just realized I have 2 of these. But again, powder, if you want to do the Kinsect throw, it was the powered Kinsect attack it's called. That is very nice. I have not played with that playstyle a lot, so I don't use it that often. I do have to practice with that to really utilize it. So, either way, this one is heal and paralysis. The other one is heal and blast, so it's whatever you want. Personally, I prefer the paralysis because it is going to allow us to more effectively have access to foray, which again, not all of these builds will have access to, so it's just nicer to have. But for right now, I am using the assist Kinsect. And that's basically everything. Nothing is actually curio crafted, sadly. To go on a... I have... Probably should have picked this before I chose the video. I don't think you're weak to blast. I mean, blast is pretty normal throughout everything, so not a whole lot of stuff that's weak to blast, but there's not a lot of stuff that's resistant to it. You know what? Let's keep it simple. Let's go... Let's go Roar Somnicant. I don't think I found any of those in the Go videos. Ooh, an Agaron. Definitely gonna grab him. There we go. I had to take a picture of that. You bitch. God, I love that finisher. Oh, I forgot to go over switch skills. Shit! Hold up, maybe I can do that real quick. It's pretty standard on the switch skill front. Hold on. So, fuck. I'm not going to be able to really talk about it when I'm already on the hunt. Yeah, so not a lot of the Kinsect focused switch skills. Mainly because, again, the Kinsect sadly isn't going to be able to inherit our status application. Unlike with Element. We could just flip around like that. I haven't seen that much dodging here lately. There we go. Oh no. Oh, I got it! And I'm stunned. Oh! Save me. Ow. Alrighty, so... yeah, Tornado Slash for the first one, Advancing Round Slash, because that is going to be, as you have seen, as has been demonstrated. Let me go to a camp, if I can really... Let me just head into a camp. That way I'm not distracted while I talk about this. Alrighty. I apologize so much. There it is. So, for our first one, Advancing Round Slash over Leaping Slash, simply because it's great as a gap closer. It has a lot more text to it, so when we do get our perfect evade, we're going to have a lot more procs of status. However, since it does have longer distance than Leaping Slash, which is why it's good as a gap closer, you can also sometimes overshoot. But as you've seen, you can kind of like just flip around and attack, but overshooting is quite common with this. It also can be used as a counter, sort of. If you are attacked while spinning, you leap into the air. But I don't really use it as that because it's not very reliable in that sense. Because it has a wind up and you have to do it while you're spinning. So I don't really use it as a counter, but more as just a gap closer. Tornado Slash, I just like this more than Tetraseal Slash. It's going to be perfectly preference to you. So, Jumping Advancing Slash, because again, this is going to be a lot more glaive focus in its attack, so being able to inflict more status on it. Insect is going to be great for just getting your buffs up, unless you get your number 1 buff. If you get your number 1 buff, you can't get any other buffs after that, sadly. But it is still good for that. Diving Wyvern, I just really like this. Now again, if you are using a powder Kinsect, Awakened Kinsect attack is great because it leaves a bunch of that powder, then you can just send out the Kinsect and do the powder explosion, which is great for status if you are using the powder Kinsect. But if you're not, Diving Wyvern is going to be better. Silkbind Vault, these are essentially the same thing. Silkbind Vault and Insect Glaive, just that Insect Glaive sends your Insect forwards. You can get buffs from it, but it's basically the same thing. So, now if I do, personally, if I do the more Insect focused playstyle, the Blue Swap School has all of the Insect stuff. So, personally, I do prefer the more glaive focused attacks, simply because I haven't really spent a lot of time on the Insect focused playstyle. So I do very much apologize for forgetting about that earlier in the video. Let's see here. But just to continue on. Get that tail. That'll work. Really do need to spend a little less. So whenever status trigger does activate at level 3, we're going to get 12 seconds of just 100% status drop. However, sometimes it will get something like that where you have enough iframes to trigger it, but not enough iframes to officially fully dodge the attack. Oh, that was close. Okay, really? Going in with this one. Fuck, I thought I did that. This is definitely going to take a little longer considering I forgot one of the most important things to talk about. Oh, we went over there. There we go. Oh, and you got the paralyzed. And the tail's now broken. Oh, this is bad. I really needed. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so I think I'm gonna replace the 2 speed sharpening and the arachno legs with 2 stun resistance. Yes, as a further note. Future note. There we go. I think the Nagaron should be ready to mount the wall again. Perfect. so when you have the red wire bike, he goes full ice. But if you don't, he just goes regular ice. Oh god. Turn into a triple monster clash. Holy shit. Oh well. That was fun. I really wish stuff like that would happen more often in hunts, where it just get like a triple monster showdown. Just out of nowhere. Fuck, my shoulder still hurts for some reason. Ow. Yeah, so I Okay, not bad. Alrighty, well, that's my sailor status build. So, as per normal, if you enjoyed or this helped you out, please leave a like. Leave a comment down below if you think this build could be improved in any way, or maybe ideas for builds of the future. I do have 3 more going, but I may do more, but definitely at least 3 more. So I really hope this did help you and that this was enjoyable. I do apologize again for forgetting about switch skills in the beginning of the video and remembering it in the middle of the hunt. That's just great, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you all have a very lovely day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, but you all, so, hopefully I'll see you again later, and happy hunting up there.